she stands. So pretty, 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 pretty now. The Precipice is a show that I've written that tells the story of two girls from very different worlds, Iris and Hippolyta, and they're brought together by a goddess, Lady Midnight. And the show is told through music and also through dance. But you take a walk along the Precipice is a dark fairy tale, and one of the characters, Iris, is being raised to be a perfect debutante, and she spends all day with maids tending her, and she has no friends, and she's very lonely and stifled by this existence. And across town lives Hippolyta, who is a poor orphan girl also living a very trapped existence, and when neither of them can bear the pain and sadness of their lives, they cry out and they send their calls out into the night sky. And that's really where the story begins.
I didn't know what to make of Miranda's style. When first I heard her, I couldn't tell if it was jazz or if it was cabaret or pop or just exactly what. And I was kind of intrigued, so I wanted to hear more. So I invited her to my studio, and she played down a few songs, and we've been going since then.
One of the great things about working with Bob as my producer is that he very subtly pushes me always in the right direction, which is towards the work that most excites me and moves me. And that's allowed this project to really blossom in an organic way. Don't think you'd approve of my games anyway. And he also has a gift for connecting me with the perfect people for this project.
These are the kind of guys that I wanted to bring into the session. They have rock and roll chops, they have jazz chops, classical chops. They can go about anywhere. Just a guy who's got amazing command over the piano and a pretty brilliant musical mind. And he's been real central to the development of this piece.
When I first started working with Jeff, I just bring along all my music in this folder and put it down on his piano, and we'd just pick a piece and start going through it.
It was just like, okay, there's, lots of material to choose from here, so let's just, we just went one by one and started deciding, okay, let's find parts here that we can make song parts or something like that, or let's make thematic stuff.
When it came time to record, Jay Lane and Rob Wasserman joined us in the studio, and after we recorded, I stepped back and realized that all of these songs told a story. And that story is the Precipice. Beautiful Iris, I am calling across the ocean. So I wrote a narrative to tie all these songs together and found other songs in my collection of originals that were part of the story of the Precipice. And that's really when the theatrical nature of the show came to light.
It's easy to get into. It's like you're watching a play right in front of you. You're hearing a story, and you're more thinking about what she's singing than what you're even playing.
She knows what she wants to say, and that's I wanted to pay attention to what she was singing because she has very interesting movement in her music. It's very unique, I think.
Well, it's been my contention for a while now that any artist of any stripe is first and foremost a storyteller, whether it be with your fingers, with a brush, with a typewriter, with your voice. You're creating a little universe, and that's what an artist does, and Miranda's pretty apt at this.
Once I had written the narrative that tied all these songs together and really knew what songs went where in the story, I decided I have to stage this because that's where it wants to live, is on the stage. So I pulled together a group of different artists, multiple dancers, visual artists, singers, and a band, and I put on the first version of the show. And the response was so overwhelmingly positive and exciting that I knew that this show had to move forward. So I started meeting with Jeff, and we took the narrative that I'd written that connected all the songs, and we set it to music to take the show from a musical into an opera. And that's where the show is now. And the next step is to put it on a big stage and really realize the vision of the Precipice. Iris, I am calling across the all teeter upon the precipice in our own lives. Every day we're faced with choices, and we don't always know what decision is going to lead us towards our own demise and what decision is going to bring us closer to our own sense of truth and connect us to the magic of existence.